Hi guys, welcome to season 2 of my sketchbook and doodles tour. So welcome to episode 2. I came across this box titled Francis, and it's got some of my drawings in it. So I thought, great, more material to make into another video. So yeah, so let's get started. And as you can see, this is the box. Yeah, that isn't my writing. Sure, my mum probably wrote on that. But yeah, if anyone doesn't know how to spell Francis, there we go. That's how you spell Francis, because a lot of people spell my name wrong, which is understandable, you know, because it's not a very common name nowadays. What you have to remember is, if you know how to spell France, you're like part of the way there already. So France, and then all you need to do is put an S on the end. My version of my name is the female version, but there is a male version. The only difference between that and the female version is just replacing the E with an I. So yeah, that was just a random piece of information for you guys. Yeah, so yeah, sorry that was completely irrelevant, but so let's get started. So, I'll move that out of the way so you can look at the pieces properly. So this piece, oh, I love this piece. This is, if any of you guys like Fleetwood Mac, this is a piece inspired by a lot of Fleetwood Mac songs. So the big bird in the middle of it is Albatross, which is like an instrumental piece. And that around its neck is the chain. Never break the chain. Yeah. And dreams. And there's go your own way. So I've done like arrows to show like ways you could go. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Now I think about it, I could have drawn Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow. But I think it looks good as it is, really. Yeah, I love this piece. Ah, yes. And this is Naruto, obviously, and this was done quite a while ago, and I'm not so pleased with it now because like the face is a bit thin, and I don't know, the eyes are a bit cross-eyed and not quite even. But yeah, this was the result of testing out a lot of pens and stuff to see if they worked. So yeah. It's okay, I suppose. Let's see what else there is. Yeah, and this was Hollow Ichigo from Bleach. And again, that was the result of testing out pens and stuff. It's not great, I know. I think I was trying to draw other Bleach characters there, but I kind of got stuck. And here's Junko Enoshima from Danganronpa in some Christmas clothing. Yeah, because as you can see, you got the Santa hat and holly and stuff. Of course, you can still see the bare hair clips in her hair. Yeah, and all that and stuff. And next we have another sketchbook, which I forgot I had. So yes, this will be interesting. And oh goodness, so this is Brum. Brum was a program I used to watch when I was a kid, back in the 1990s and early 2000s. Yeah. If any of you guys remember Brum, let me know. We can reminisce together. I think this looks really good. I'm not the best at drawing cars, but you can tell that's Brum if you've seen Brum. So yeah. I think I was on holiday in the Cotswolds or somewhere, and they had a motor museum, and Brum was in there. So yeah, I just had the urge to try and draw him then. And this was an attempt at trying to draw me. It didn't go too well. it's not the worst picture actually. It's a better attempt, I think. That mouth is a bit funny. I think I was going to draw the rest of me and draw my ponytail and everything, but yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, the eyes, that's actually fairly decent. Actually, the nose is a bit weird, but yeah, the eye is very good. I'm not bad with realism eyes, it's just everything else that I'm not good at. And I've got my hairline correct, because I always have my hair tied back, except for special occasions. And that ear is a bit, I don't know, it's not quite right, but it's probably one of the best attempts I've had at trying to draw realistic things. And this is Sayaka Mizuno from Danganronpa, and she looks alright. Maybe I think that it's a bit too big down there. Maybe it should have been a bit thinner, but apart from that, I'm pretty pleased with how she came out. And there's Monokuma, being his mischievous and evil self. And there's Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. Now, I don't draw a lot of Full Metal Alchemist, and you can probably tell, but it's not too bad. It's not one of my best pictures. Maybe I need to try and draw more Edward. I don't know, but it's okay. It's not the worst picture I've ever drawn. And this, oh dear, this is a bit of a spoiler, kind of. So, spoiler alert, I'll let you skip. I'll put a time which you can go to skip this spoiler. So this is Mukuro as Junko, as you can tell with the freckles and everything. And you can tell she's winking there, trying to act like her sister, but she's not really Junko, and Junko says you can kind of see right through her, but, well, if you know Junko's true character, you can, but, personally, I don't know, she does her best. I don't know, I think she bases her character on, how she sees Junko, aside from all of the despair parts of her personality. But I think it's a pretty good picture. Maybe her face is a bit fat. I don't know, maybe her face isn't quite right. Aside from that, it's not too bad. And this is Makoto Nayagi from Danganronpa, the main character of Danganronpa. I think he looks okay. That eye isn't quite right, but eh. Oh my goodness, that is horrendous. I think I was trying to draw a realistic Naruto and this happened. Yeah. Moving on quickly, I think. I think I was trying to draw a realistic eye there, and that's not too bad. And there's Chibi Nado. This is Chibi Hokage Naruto. And he just looks so adorable and cute. I love that picture. It's not one of my favourites, but I just love it. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is also terrible. I think I was trying to draw a realistic Jiraiya here. Yeah. Yeah. This is supposed to be Toshiro Hitsugaya, from Bleach. Looking shocked for some reason. I think I used Sharpies and fine liner pens for this. Yeah. I like his expression here. I think it's on point. I don't think this is one of my best pieces, but it's not bad. Oh, and I think I drew a lot of these pictures when I was on holiday, actually, in the Cotswolds. I think this is Alphonse artwork, and it actually looks quite good. Yeah, I haven't really drawn Al all that much, but it's not too bad. Oh, God. Yeah, and this is Rosie and Jim from Rosie and Jim, which was, again, another program I watched when I was a kid. And when I was at Stratford-upon-Avon, when I was on holiday there, I saw, like, ragdoll versions of them. I don't know whether they were the originals or whether they were just copies. They probably were just copies, but just brought so many memories back. So I had to draw them. And I kind of made a little short video of them with with the duck, you know, the duck that goes quack in the middle of it. Well, anyone who's seen Rosie and Jim will know it does that. So yeah, I'll link to that down below if you want to watch that. It's just, it's very, I mean, if I can find it, I mean, it's very daft. But yeah, that was a classic program. And a blank page. Ah, yes. Sorry if it's getting a bit dark in here, the clouds are coming in and stuff. Yeah, these two are from a series called Claymore. It's pretty underrated, but it's very good. It's about a lot of female warriors known as Claymore who have Yoma blood in their bodies, which give them the ability to fight and stuff. It's quite sad, but it's also very, very good. It's worth a watch. If you're one of those people who like to see women being badass in anime, that's definitely the series you need to watch. I mean, there are some guys in it, but yeah, it's definitely different from your typical anime. Unfortunately, the anime is not completely completed. Like a lot of the animes weren't back then. But the manga is fully completed, so you can go and read that somewhere. Yeah, this is Claire, who's the main character. I think she looks alright for my first attempt drawing her. She doesn't look too bad. Planning to draw another picture of Claire in the future. Yeah, and this is Denver. She's another Claymore. It's hard to see, you have to zoom in to see the details on the eyes a bit here, but the eyes are actually supposed to be like gold, and their hair is like a yellowy colour as well. All the Claymore have that as a defining characteristic. And this is Ganta, the main protagonist of Dead Man Wonderland. Dead Man Wonderland I didn't really enjoy very much, but it's probably not my kind of anime anyway. It's very dark and it can be pretty disturbing to watch. I mean, some other people might really enjoy it, but it really wasn't my thing. I'm not very keen on his dub voice either. I don't think it really suits him, but that's just my own preference, and that kind of put me off even more. But yeah, I think I drew this when I was midway through the series, and this is a selection of random artwork. That's Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland. I think she looks okay. That's from Dead Man Wonderland. That's just random stuff. There's Nardo. I love that picture of Nardo. He's so happy, full of life. I think that was Chibi Urza with cat ears. I don't know why I drew that. And that's Urza being warm in the sun, wearing an apron. I think I was feeling really hot at the time, so that's probably what inspired that. Yeah. And some eyes. Random, I know. And that's Naruto, and I just hate the proportions here. It's just so bad. That's him, he's holding the surfboard, but yeah, it just doesn't look quite right to me. Again, that was probably inspired by me being really hot. I complain about British weather, but it's probably not that warm compared to other countries anyway. These were just random characters I just drew off the top of my head, and I'm probably never going to draw again, but yeah, that was just my practice at realism, I think. Semi-realism, at least. They don't look too bad, but they're okay, I guess. Yeah. And this is supposed to be Chanko and Akuro from Shiroyuki Productions. It's a YouTube channel I watch quite a lot, and I just absolutely love watching their content. They're amazing. And they really, really inspire me a lot. They actually included this in their video, which I was really surprised at. but also very thankful for. Thank you, you too, if you see this. It really means a lot to me. And this is my attempt drawing Freddie Mercury. Yeah, you can kind of tell it's him, but you can also tell I suck at realism. Yeah. And I think I was trying to draw Adamant, the singer. And it's not the best picture I've ever drawn, but I guess you could kind of see that it looks like him somewhat. Yeah. Oh no. And this is supposed to be Philip Oakey from the Human League. Yeah, I don't think it looks that good, to be quite honest. Yeah. And these pictures are quite decent. This is Zareth from Fairy Tale. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with how he looks. And this is Igneo, again from Fairy Tale, and I love how he came out. This looks so good. And there's one of Naruto's eyes. I have a habit of randomly just drawing eyes onto stuff. Yeah, there's adult Naruto in his 6-path Sage mode form. Looking badass. This page is full of Incredibles drawings. And there's Elastigirl, aka Helen Parr. And it's okay. I think I probably drew the pictures on this page after seeing The Incredibles 2. I did prefer Incredibles 1, to be honest, but it's not the worst sequel I've ever seen. And there's Jack. There's Violet. I think Violet always used to be my favourite when I was a kid, followed by Elastigirl, but I don't know. I think I like all the characters now, really. Yeah, there's Dash. Actually, considering, I actually think these look quite good. Yeah, and there's Lucy from Fairy Tale in her time skip outfit. I think the picture looks quite good. Maybe the shape of the face and neck aren't quite right, but it's not the worst picture I've drawn of Lucy. Yeah. And there's Happy, being happy. You love him. And there's Gildarts, also known as the Shanks of Fairy Tale. I was going to say the Shanks of One Piece, because Shanks is in One Piece. Yeah, I think he looks quite cool there. Maybe his jawline isn't quite right, but it's not the worst picture I've ever drawn. And there's part of Sasuke's face, for some strange unknown reason. And there's Cooking Mama. I used to play Cooking Mama as a kid, but I kind of grew out of it, but I still like the design of Mama in it. Yeah, it's okay, it's not my best picture. And there's Boruto with his Jugen activated. It's okay. Yes. And this page is a redrawn version of a page in the Boruto manga. If you don't want to be spoiled, then I'll put a time up to show where you can skip on to. Like for anyone who is fine being spoiled, this conversation that Shikamaru is having with Naruto is about Kawaki. I don't know whether they're actually going to have that in the anime now, but yeah. I have to say, I'm not very pleased how Shikamaru came out in the background there. He looks a bit like just stuck in there and doesn't look quite right. And again, I think I need to practice drawing buildings. I haven't got the Hokage building quite right. I think the best thing about this whole redrawing is Naruto. I've gotten so good at drawing Naruto. So, I mean, look at his face there. It's so, I love how he looks there. Yes. And this is a picture of Naruto and Konohamaru spying on Asuma and Kurenai. So yeah. It was so obvious that Kurenai and Asuma were in a relationship. Like, even Naruto was pretty dense, could, like, see that they loved each other. You know, some people say that Naruto's really dense when it comes to relationships and love in general, but he kind of predicted that that Shikamaru and Tamaru were going to get together. Kind of. Though he might have just been joking about it, really. So yeah, I decided to draw Asuma and Kurenai together. I don't really draw them very much. Especially, like, I don't think I draw Kurenai enough, to be honest. I mean, she's just like not as big a character as the other ones, and that's a shame, you know. I would have liked to see more of Kurenai's character, but what can you do? I like how Asuma looks here. I'm not so keen on Kurenai's look there. She looks a bit big in the face there, and that arm looks a bit, like, too thin. And Naruto's positioning is a bit weird. The background I'm actually really pleased with. Konohamaru actually looks decent. So yeah. And this is supposed to be Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town. Now, I was never a fan of Lazy Town, I'll be honest. Like, it just kind of weirded me out, really, how it, like, looked and stuff, and I don't know, it wasn't my thing. But then I heard the guy who played Robbie Rotten, Stefan Carl Stephenson, had died, and then I looked into how, like, big a character he was, and I was like, oh, that's a shame, you know. And I saw how his We Are Number One thing, like, became a big meme. I kept watching videos of it, and I was like, I've got to try drawing him sometime. And this is the result of that. I've made, like, I've also, like, made little video clips of this with the music on, and again, they're very, very silly. I'll include them below or in here if I find them. Yeah. And there's Nardo. I think this was I think I drew this from a reference. I think one of Matt Wilson's comics, I think. I thought, Naruto looks good there. I might try and redraw him. But yeah. But I like how he came out. That's Jiraiya, that was just out of my head, and it looks terrible. And this is Urza in her flight armour, and I have to say she looks really good there. Proportions may be slightly off, but apart from that, it's not too bad. Yes, and this is Sabo from One Piece, and he looks really good there, I think. Not my best picture of Sabu, but yeah. And this is King from Seven Deadly Sins, and his hair is completely the wrong colour, and his eye just looks weird. I think I might have edited this before I posted it, but apart from his hair and his eye, it's not too bad. It's not my best picture of King, though. And oh, I love this picture. Jiraiya and Naruto. Your smile is my salvation, Naruto. Oh, I think I did this in watercolour pencils and stuff. I just love this piece. Yeah. I don't think Naruto took him seriously when he said that, but I think later on it hit Naruto. He's just happy that Jiraiya acknowledged him, and that meant a lot to Naruto. And there's Hokage Naruto being a precious cinnamon roll, smiling and stuff. And I like that picture. And then there's Luffy looking happy. I don't know, this might have been part of one picture, I can't remember. I think I was trying to draw Trafalgar Law here, but I kind of got stuck. And this is a collection of very random sketches, as you can see. This is Wendy from Fairy Tail, looking very cute. There's Laxus from Fairy Tail. I like how Laxus looks. There's Panther Lily from Fairy Tail, also looking very cool. There's my OC Renji. Maybe one of his eyes isn't quite right, but that's just me nitpicking. Random eyes. Penguin from One Piece. Looking alright. I think that might be the first time I tried drawing him. He actually looks decent. Oh, I love this piece. This is Naruto in a Ninetales hoodie. In Sage mode. As you can tell by his eyes. I love that piece. It's really cool. There's Beppo from One Piece. I love Beppo. There's Corazon from One Piece, smiling. I love that piece as well. There's Trafalgar Law, which kind of looks a bit weird. I don't know, it doesn't look quite right. And there's Junko Enoshima. Looks quite good. That's Kushina. I don't think that looks quite right, but it's not too bad. That's Naruto. I don't know what was up with his eyes, but it's not too bad. Now the next few pages are going to be Inktober stuff. So some of it will be interesting, let's just say. This is Coughing from Pokemon, which looks quite good. I think the theme was gas, so yeah, pretty good. And this is Tranquil. I think the theme was tranquil, as in like peaceful, but I kind of decided to draw Tranquil looking peaceful, so yeah. I don't know, these are supposed to be chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Yeah. It's not great, is it, really? I think that was supposed to be about patterns and stuff, and I was trying to do like an Art Deco style or something like that, and it just completely kind of failed. It's not good. And that's supposed to be Harry Potter. It looks very flat in the face. Like I said, realism is not my suit at all. Not the worst picture, but it's certainly not the best. Oh god. Right, I remember what this is. I think there was this thing on the American, one of those American talent shows, where this chicken played the piano, and I thought I'd try and redraw that. Yeah. And no, I'm not lying, there actually was a chicken playing the piano on an American TV show. It really happened. And this is Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom. After watching this video exposing all the stupid things he'd gotten up to that his students had found out about. No point in killing me, class. I'm already dead. Emotionally, intellectually, socially dead. Tell you what though, if you haven't seen Assassination Classroom, you've got to see it. It's class. I mean, it's just so good. It's so funny, but then there are times when it just hits you and it's like, it's one of those shows where it's got humour and seriousness in perfect balance, and it's so good. If you want to laugh but also want to get a box of tissues, that's the one to go to. well, one of the many to go to. That's a star from Mario. Oh, bless her. Yeah, this is Sasha from Attack on Titan, wanting food, as usual. And this is supposed to be a message in a bottle. And that's a swollen ankle, which was supposed to be inspired by my own swollen ankle that I got when I was kind of going to a conference. And I have hypermobility, which means that my ankles are incredibly weak. Apparently one of my legs is slightly shorter than the other one, and my legs have a tendency to turn in, and there have been times when I've fallen flat on my face. It doesn't affect me as much as some of my other health problems, but it's a pain, and one time I really hurt my leg, and now the reason why I drew this was for Inktober theme, and I kind of got stuck, and I thought, well, this happened, I might as well just use the opportunity and make it into a piece of art. I know it's weird, but it's good practice. But don't worry, my leg's healed now. Still, it's really hard to get shoes for hypermobility. I'm wearing Doc Martens now because the specialist suggested them. They are very expensive, but they are definitely worth it if you're struggling with hypermobility. I've had reduced falls ever since I've had them, but I kind of wish someone had mentioned them earlier, because literally went around shops buying trainers and boots and stuff, and it was like none of them were any good because of how I walk and how I turn in my feet. They'd wear out very, very quickly, and it would only be like, some of them would only be a few weeks. Would have to throw them out, and we wasted a load of money on shoes. But the Doc Martens are very sturdy, and they've been great. So yeah. And I think the theme for this one was Ring, and this is Gollum from The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. I need to sit down and watch The Lord of the Rings. I've read The Hobbit, I've watched The Hobbit on screen, and I decided I'd try and draw Gollum, which actually doesn't look too bad. But yeah, no, I need to sit down and watch The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, or read the book, or do both. Yeah, that's supposed to be the One Ring, and that's Gollum looking at it, kind of. My precious, precious, my precious. Okay, I was trying to do a Gollum impression, but that didn't quite work. My precious, what is its guts in its pockets is precious. Okay, that just didn't sound right, but yeah. And this is supposed to be waves, I think. I'm not the best when it comes to drawing water, but I tried. And here's some more Inktober stuff. Oh god, this is one of the most disturbing scenes in Full Metal Alchemist ever. Yeah. If any of you have seen Full Metal Alchemist, you'll know what this is. I think the theme for this was cruel, and it was really cruel how it happened. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, but yeah. That's a locker, I think. This is Horologium from Fairy Tale. I think the theme was clock. That's Laboon from One Piece. Yeah. And that's All Might in his weakened form. I think the theme was weak. But All Might's no means weak, but that's just his weakened state. Yeah. And this is Sanji from One Piece, with flames around him. It's not the best picture of Sanji I've ever done, and the anatomy with the arms and body is just weird, but yeah. There's a glass, broken glass, and that is a drain. That's a present. And that's Haruhi Fujioka with the vase that she ends up breaking by accident at the beginning of Oren. But yeah. And that's Toph looking messy. Not that she probably cares about it. Her appearance doesn't really matter to her that much. That's somebody chopping onions. Her hands are terrible, but yeah. And there's some cacti together. And there's Luffy stretching his rubber mouth, being Luffy. The hand isn't quite right, but it's not the worst picture I've drawn of Luffy. That's Laxus's Thunder Palace. It's like one of his abilities in Fairy Tail. Yeah, and that's Jolteon. And you'll know these two. Prepare for trouble. Make it double. Yes. So Jesse and James. I think the theme was double, so I couldn't resist drawing these two. I mean, come on. And there's some watermelon. Ah, yes, and this is the last page. Yes, this is Nico Robin, and I am so proud of this piece, and I just love it so much. I'm surprised I managed to pull her off. I'm not the best at drawing bodies, but yeah. So there's another drawing pad in the box, so let's have a look through this one. Okay, this is just, and apologies for the lighting. Clouds seem to be coming in. Seems to be getting a bit darker. It's a shame. There's Naruto dressed up as Kakashi. I don't know why. And there's Kakashi, which I just think looks awful. Signposts. For some reason. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That's a boat, as you can tell. It's pretty good. There's a cute little bird. That's Alan Walker in a Scottish tam. I think I was in Scotland and I was trying to draw. And I was trying to think of things off the top of my head to draw because I didn't have any references with me. So this just came into my head. That's a foot. I think I was trying to improve on realism at this point. My realism drawings still aren't any better, but at least I tried. And this is just some kind of weird makeup thing that, I mean, I don't wear makeup, but I don't know. Maybe a design for an OC or something, I don't know. Looks a bit like a lion or a demon or something. There's Chibi Harry Potter, and a random hand, because I can't draw hands. And a flower. And I think I was trying to draw Himawari here, but that didn't go so well. And there's Kakashi without his mask. And this is Mitsuba from Seraph of the End. I made her into a digitalized piece, which doesn't look very good, but I tried. It's probably the first and only time I actually tried to draw. Apologies if it's looking a bit. The drawings are looking a bit thingy because, again, the lighting. It just seems to be getting darker and darker. And this is Ishimaru from Danganronpa. Again, I made him into a digitalized piece, but it didn't look very good. Yeah. Okay, this next thing is a spoiler for Naruto Shippuden and for Danganronpa. If you don't want to be spoiled, I'll put a timestamp here. So that you don't have to see the spoilers. And this is supposed to, this is like Mastermind, because, you know, obviously Kaguya and Black Zetsu were the masterminds behind the whole events behind what happened in Naruto, basically. A lot of people don't like that, but and that's supposed to be Monokuma, who's like kind of the mastermind of everything that happened in Danganronpa, except it was Junko, but you know, I don't know why I didn't just draw Junko next to Kaguya, but eh. And this is Sakura Uchiha Harino as a vampire, I think. Oh, a vampire in Danganronpa style. Because whenever I draw the eyes like that, you know it's Danganronpa style. But yeah. And I think that was supposed to be Marie from Soul Eater, except her hair looks a bit crazier than it normally does. And there's a bird for some unknown reason. Okay, this page is a bit weird. That's supposed to be Junko, which looks terrible. This is supposed to be a witch, which again looks terrible. This is Naruto and Hinata in Day of the Dead face paint and stuff. Again, I don't know why I drew them like that. Yeah. Well, the sun's coming through the windows, that's a good sign. There's a light, and there's a bat symbol. I think that was to do with Batman or something. So, both versions of Mocha from Roserero and Vampire. Now, Roserero and Vampire, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but it's not too bad. I mean, I've only watched the anime, so I don't know any of what happens after that. So, yeah. As you can see, that's outer Mocha and that's inner Mocha. Both vampires, but she's got all the power. I always like outer Mocha more, but I made this into a digitalized piece. I think it was quite good. It was quite good, I think. But yeah. Oh no. This page is just, it's not just bad, it's horrific. I think that was Day of the Dead Sarada. Just doesn't look good. And that's Nagato, which looks awful. That's an eye. I think I was trying to practice realism again, but failed. Naruto and Sasuke realism thingies. What's that? Hang on, is that supposed to be Sasuke or Sakura? I don't know. I think it was supposed to be Sasuke. Yeah. So yeah, that just looks dire. That is just even... Well, I think that was just a character that just came to my head. And that was... yeah. These characters just came to my head, and I was trying to do like realistically, but it just... Yeah. It didn't go well. And yeah, sort of random leafy plant things. An eye. I think that was supposed to be the Byakugan. And that is a bird of some nature, whatever it is, I don't know. Ah yes, and here's some Boku no Hero. I'm not up to date with Boku no Hero, so no spoilers please. Yes, this is Mina Ashido. And I think she looks really good. It's a bit difficult to see her eyes, I will say. You can't see them properly unless you zoom in. But it's not a bad picture of her. I think that's the first time I tried drawing her, actually. And that is Tsuyu Asui, Froppy. I love Froppy. She's probably one of my favourites from Boku no Hero. And she looks really cute here. I think I drew her really well. The thing. And I'm surprised. I don't know whether I actually ever posted this. This is Tokoyami, again from Boku no Hero. He looks really cool there. I definitely posted that picture of Shoto Todoroki. It looks pretty good. It's not the best picture I've ever done of Todoroki, but I tried. Oh god, that's terrible. It's supposed to be Hinata and Naruto with sugar skulls. Let's just move on from that one. Ah yes, this was all part of one piece, this picture with Naruto and Kushina and Minato. And they're all in Sage mode. I mean, we've got no confirmation that Kushina can use Sage mode, but she kind of looks cute in Sage mode. She's got Data Bene.
Data bio. And then Minato's just confused as to what to say because he doesn't have like a verbal tick or a catchphrase really. Aw, look at him. Oh, bless him. Precious baby. Yeah. Well, that was quite a good piece. I found that quite funny to draw. It just came into my head while I was drawing it actually to do it the way I did. And those were some pictures that kind of failed. I think that might have been my guy I was trying to draw. And there's Naruto, which was terrible. And I was trying to draw Minato again there, I think. But yeah. Oh goodness. Right, well this was a piece I was trying to draw, but kind of got stuck on. That's supposed to be Inari and Tazuna reuniting with Naruto and Sakura, which actually does happen in canon. But like, God, the proportions with their necks and stuff, it's awful. I mean, I know the Naruto animation isn't always quite right, but yeah, it doesn't look good there. It doesn't. I might try and redraw this at some point. I always have this thing, I might have said this already, but I always have this thing where I love it when characters like that haven't appeared for a while, that have been significant to a character's development, reappear in the series, and they get to see how far the main character and their friends have gotten, and it's just, I don't know, I like it. I like scenes like that. And this is supposed to be 6-path Sage Mode Naruto to the side. To be honest, I think he looks a bit derpy and it doesn't look quite right. Side view's always been something I found difficult. Yeah. Ah yes, and this picture, I was going to make it into a sign for my room until it was torn, like, where is it? Where's it? You can't really see it, but I was bothered about it then. There. And that kind of annoyed me. So, yeah. Yeah, this was, yeah. So as you can see, I've drawn like a load of characters I like here. So that's Haruhi, Mukuro, Koro Sensei, Monokuma, Tsubaki, Maka, Chiaki, Nanami, Ashes Infernape, because come on, why wasn't I going to draw Ashes Infernape? I still love it after all these years. It needs to make a comeback, it does. Minane Uryu, from Future Diary. That's Minato. Why didn't I draw Naruto? Oh wait, I did. Oh, okay. Sarada, precious baby doll. Hinata, Nico Robin, free time skip. Kushina, there's a little butterfly or something. Urza. Arms are a bit funny, but eh. And there's Nardo. So yeah. I think I was trying to draw the fairy tale symbol there, but I don't know. It never happened. Also a thing. I know I'm being a bit thing with my English today, but if you're trying to indicate possession of something, like Francis's room, for instance, or like if the name has an S on the end, you just put an apostrophe at the end rather than adding an extra S. Like with any other name, like Anne, you'd put Anne's, like you'd write Anne, like Anne. Let me think. Like, I'm trying to think of a better example because Anne can mean another thing. Like Fred, yeah. So if it was Fred's room, for example, you'd go Fred apostrophe S. Not Fred's room, but with names like Francis or Chris or well, any other name like that with an S on the end, you just put a single apostrophe. You don't need to add another S. So yeah, that's your English lesson for today. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the tear there. It's just such a shame because this is such a good picture. It's one of my best. Not the best, but one of my best. I really wanted to have this on my wall, but I don't know. But I can see all the mistakes with it as well now, and it's just annoying me. I still love it though. Like Sarah's eyes, like, does anyone else find it hard to kind of keep eyes right? Like the level of eyes, like, correct. I mean, unless you're doing a particular expression, I like to try and get the eyes as even as possible. When they don't get, if they're not as even as they can be, it does annoy me a bit. But yeah, that's just me having a gripe at drawing and everything. Nothing there. Oh goodness me, I forgot. Forgot they were in here. Pinky and the Brain. Anybody else remember Pinky and the Brain? Yes. So I don't know what inspired me to draw these two, but decided to draw Pinky and the Brain. Pinky and the Brain, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. Laboratory mice, whose genes have been spliced. Yeah. Anyway, personally, I think they look really good. I think I used Sharpies for these. Obviously, I did the initial sketches with mechanical pencil, and then did all the bits with Sharpies and stuff. Actually, the hands don't look too bad on here, considering how terrible I am with hands. I think the brain probably looks the best out of the two of them, though. And that's it for this sketchbook. I'm going to go and have a look to see what else I've got in that box. The rest of the box is essentially drawings, which I'm going to go through now. Yes, this is just a random girl trying out realism again. Yeah, you see how that turned out. This is Sasuke as an elf archer, because there's actually official artwork of him as an elf with bows and arrows and stuff. He looks alright. Lots of random eyes. There's a random elf anime person that just came into my head for no reason, which looks kind of cute. There's annoyed Naruto and annoyed Jiraiya. I think they both look very good. Yeah. And this is Elfheim Online Kirito, which looks really good. There's Urza with Sandwich Kun. No, yeah, Urza with a sandwich. If you've seen that scene of Urza with the picnic, yes. I really love this picture. It's just, I love Urza full stop, but, yes. There's Naruto in glasses. You'll notice, if you see any of my artwork, I love drawing Naruto in glasses. I love drawing any character in glasses. Whether I'm ever actually any good at drawing them in glasses is another thing. But, you know, if you enjoy doing something, you might as well do it. And there's Jiraiya sweat dropping for some reason, which is quite good. And there's a random eye. Yes. And there's Ban from 7 Deadly Sins. I think I digitally edited this a bit, but it's pretty good. Ban's hair is very hard to draw, but it's not a bad picture of him. Maybe the proportions are a bit off with his face, but other than that, it's not too bad. And there's Toru from Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and I think she looks very cute here. Ah, dear me, this page is a bit of a mess. I think I was trying to work on perspective here, but it clearly didn't work. There's a flower. There's Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls. There's Paul from Pokemon. I think I was trying to draw Sakura in, like, as realistically as possible, but it didn't happen. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a metronome. I have no idea. And that's supposed to be Sarada, and proportions are all over the place. The face is probably the only decent thing. Aside from that, it's not too bad, I suppose. Yes. And the next piece is Urza, my girl Urza, yes. In her Heaven's Wheel armour. And it's a pretty good picture. I like how I've used different shades of red for the hair. Yeah. And there's Princess Fiona in her human and ogre forms. I mean, personally, I like her ogre form more, but that's just me. Yeah. And there's Wendy from Fairy Tale, looking adorable. I like that picture of Wendy. It's not my best, but it's pretty good. More Fairy Tale. There's Urza, being Urza. There's Natsu, being Natsu. Bit of a weird pose there, but eh. And there's Carla. Bit of a weird thing with her paw sticking out there. And there's, oh goodness me, that is just, that pose doesn't look right. That's Lucy. Yeah, I might redraw that at some point. And there's the Fairy Tale logo. And there's some sketches coming up. I think here I was trying to make a point with my pictures that Jiraiya and Naruto made a lot of similar expressions. And I even made an Instagram post on my story about it. I think, I don't know. Actually, I don't know whether I did or not. I made a Microsoft Paint document with all their different expressions on that were the same. And I was planning to draw them all, but I never got round to it, or I lost motivation. I don't know what it was. Either way, they still look really good. And they do pull a lot of the same facial expressions. I mean, it's probably because their personalities are quite similar, except Jiraiya's way more pervy than Naruto. I mean, Naruto has his moments, but he kind of grows out of it, I think. But Jiraiya never did. But yeah, Jiraiya would be so proud of him now. If he knew, the situation in Boruto, he would just do everything he could to help his godson. But yeah, and that was me trying to draw Jiraiya without a reference, and yeah. Ah yes, I love this picture. This is Urza in her flight armour, using gel pens. I think I might have edited this a bit because I wasn't happy with how the logo lined up. Aside from that though, I love this piece. Actually, I think I used fine liner pens in some of this as well. But yeah, I think this looks really good. Yeah. And this is a Sugar Skull girl. I don't know why I was so into Sugar Skulls at some point. It's a pretty good picture. And there's Nardo. And lots of eyes. And there's Nagato. I will return to our master to watch your story unfold. Aww. His hair's a bit too big there, I think. But apart from that, it's not a bad picture by any means. I have no idea what that was. Just a random character for no reason. There's it looks like a fossil kind of thing, one of those fossil things you'd find in Pokemon. And a flower, and that's my OC, Renji. And there's Levi from Fairy Tale. Looking cute. I always find Levi really hard to draw, mainly because of her hair, but I don't know. And I think I was trying to draw Ruby from Ruby, web series. But yeah. And that's Minato again. And there's Sakura. Sakura Uchiha. Oh god, the proportions are a bit all over the place with that face. But at least I tried. There's Sakura there as well. I don't think I ever actually finished this picture. But yeah. This is a bit of a venture into the unknown. A blank page. Another blank page. This is exciting. Another blank page. Oh, and there is something now. I am here. Because that was Brian Blessed. That wasn't All Might. I can't do All Might. I've been trying to do stupid impressions while I've been locked down and everything, and COVID's been going on, just to try and just be silly for the sake of it. Anyway, here's All Might saying I am here. And it's not the best picture in the world. You can kind of see what I was trying to do there. Try and make it like cartoony. I don't know, the I am here doesn't look quite right with how All Might looks there, but I tried. There's Fumikage, looking cool. And there's Teddy from Persona 4 in human form. Be horrific, Sensei. Yes. And I think I was trying to draw Junko from Danganronpa here, but that kind of flopped. And there's Zazu from The Lion King, which looks quite good. Maybe his head is a little bit big, but then it's a cartoon. It probably is bigger than it's supposed to be anyway. And a blank page again. This is getting fun. And I think I was trying to draw a house or something here. I don't know. Yes, there we go. And that's Naruto in goggles. I think it looks terrible, but that's just me. There's a little dog. And this is Chad Osado from Bleach. And I think he looks quite cool there. Yeah. Maybe the proportions aren't quite right, but it's not the worst picture I've ever drawn. Okay. And this is a picture of Anri from Durarara. I can't even say it. Durarara. I don't know. Yeah. I've watched all of season 1. It's not what you'd expect, really. It's alright. It's not one of my favourite anime, but it's alright. But yeah. She looks kind of good here. Yeah. And a blank page. Scar from The Lion King. Yes, this is Scar from The Lion King. And you can see how much I've actually improved on drawing Lion King characters when you look at my my scrapbook tour. Yeah. Well, Scar actually doesn't look that bad in this picture, and how he looks in the scrapbook. Yeah. Okay, and this is Idate from Naruto. Now, he's from a filler. Yeah, Idate is supposed to be Ibuki's little brother. Honestly, you can't really see Ibuki having a brother, can you really? But yeah. As I said, it's filler, so it's not necessarily canon, but and this is Tazuna from Naruto as well, who came back in Shippuden briefly. That's a good picture of him. I can tell it's him. Maybe his head, maybe the proportions are a little bit off with the head and the body, but it's not the worst picture I've seen. I think this is supposed to be Black Gold Soul from the Black Rock Shooter series. I watched the anime. It's quite sad, and it's kind of confusing, and it's probably not what you'd expect. It's okay, and I'm not too pleased with the picture, but there's little Naruto looking adorable. Yep, there's Sarada. Poses a bit weird with the arms and stuff, but other than that, it's a cute picture. There's a hand, which is just random. There's a fish. There's a bird. I think it's an eagle. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on birds. There's a goat for some strange reason. I think I drew that after hearing about the screaming goat meme or the goat simulator thing. So I might try and draw a goat for some random reason. There's a swan, which looks quite good. Ladybird, which I think looks really good as well. And there's a flamingo and a flower. So yeah. And another eye. And this is Juvia from Fairy Tale, yearning for grey. How precious she is. And there's Levy from Fairy Tale, with her hair tied back. Not the best picture of Levy, but eh. And this is it's the scene where Infernape's just defeated Paul's Electivire, and he's like, and Infernape's like, yes, like kind of like saying, "I told you so," you know. I think I was trying to draw Ash in here as well, but I never got round to it. Not a bad picture, really. It's not my best, but not bad. Oh goodness, I think I was trying to draw Urza here, but that failed. And this is Neji in part 1 of the Naruto series, where he's fought one of Orochimaru's Sound 4, and he's in a bit of a state. Bless him. Yeah. And this is Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. Now, I've never actually seen that yet. I've got the DVD, but I haven't watched it yet. But yeah, I think she looks kind of cute there. Yeah, there's an anime called Kill Me Baby, and it's supposed to be not so good. I've never seen it, but like I saw the opening is hilarious. But the ending is what people love about it. It's there's this like ridiculous dance that those two do, and it's just like it's dead funny. So I thought I'd try and draw them. I thought I'd just draw the main characters from that show. So yeah. And there's Naruto, just about to eat some chewing gum that Shikamaru gave to him. Now this is part of Shikamaru Hiden, which is a novel which has been adapted by the anime. It's a shame that some of the other novels weren't animated. Anyway, it's quite a good picture. Maybe he's a tad chubby in the face in this one, but eh. This is Jiro from Boku no Hero, and she looks pretty cool. And I was thinking, oh god, I think I was trying to draw Mount Lady there, and it just, yeah, it's not good. Let's move on quickly, shall we? And that's the scene from Naruto Gaiden, where Naruto is where Naruto is facing off against the Shin clones, and Kurama is kind of angry and kind of like his chakra leaks through and shows in Naruto's eyes, and Naruto says, "Calm down, Kurama." It's like that scene, and the Shins were like scared to death of him after that. Yeah, that's the Sage Eye for some strange reason. And this is a big picture of the third Hokage talking about his, how he calls the Leaf Village, the people of the Leaf Village, his family, a life we share, a home we share. These people. That's baby Naruto. These people. And though we may not share ties of blood, they are precious to me. They are my family. You can see Jiraiya and Tsunade being angry with Jiraiya. I've edited this a bit, mind, with Anko's mouth there. Oh dear, that picture of Reen is not great. Yeah. I think I was proud of this piece at the time, to be honest. I think Baby Naruto is probably the best. I don't know. Akamaru is pretty cute there. Yeah. Konohama isn't bad. No. Yeah. I think this was part of Naruto Week. It's probably why I drew it. It's like a challenge thing. Oh yeah, and that's Revi from Black Lagoon. Not bad picture. I don't know what I was trying to draw there. Looks a bit Marvel-y to me. I don't know what that was supposed to be either. That's supposed to be me. I don't know why I drew me, and it just looks terrible. And there's Sakura looking awesome. Nah, I don't think it's the best picture of Sakura I've drawn, to be honest. And there's a random spaniel for no reason at all. Oh yeah, and here are some weird pictures of Tobirama. Yeah, I think that was just around the first time I started drawing him. Looks so fat in the face there. There's Pikachu and Naruto kind of looking like a Beano character, and Minato just being a badass. Yeah. And there is Jiraiya, the great sage of Mount Miyaboku. Yeah, their eyes aren't quite even, but it's not too bad. And a blank page. Oh yes, there's some Persona 5 for you. Anybody else? Anybody love Persona 5? This is the page for you. And there's Futaba. And there's Makoto. I love those pictures. Maybe Futaba's arms are a bit weird there, but yeah. I love those pictures. And there's Junko. And, oh god, that picture of Naruto is just weird. There's Renji and an eye. So yeah, this page is just awful. Yeah, this is another sketchbook. Just noticed it now. Yes. So we'll go through this one, shall we? This is Weiss from Ruby, and I think I made her into a digitalized piece. Though it didn't turn out very well, I don't think. Oh, it's getting a bit dusty here as well. So, and there's Christmas Minato. And there's Nagito from Danganronpa. Randomizer. I think this is Cinder from Ruby. I made her into a digitalized piece as well, which actually looked quite good. This was before my Procreate days, remember? Oh god, no, this is Poison Ivy. I was trying to do, you know, the song The Holly and the Christmas Carol, The Holly and the Ivy. Yeah. That's what inspired me with this piece. I don't often draw Marvel characters, but I thought I'd try drawing her. And there's Monokuma. And there's my girl, Sarada, in a Santa hat. I mean, look at her. She is the most adorable thing ever, is she not? And there's Alan Walker and Minato. And there's Harley Quinn, which actually looks quite good. And this is part of my Shinji's Christmas Carol thing. which I have yet to finish. You can read it properly on my DA, but on my DeviantArt page, but I'll just, yeah, this is the unedited version. In a Takeshi. I'm sorry, but this is even more of that. Welcome, Shinji, to the present day. There's Paul again there. Yes. These are just random weird sketches. I don't know what that was supposed to be. That's just terrible. I was trying to draw Tsunade there. Nardo again. Yeah. I think, spoiler alert, on there. I think this is supposed to be Mukuro. Again, with Monokuma. And that's a funny nose. I don't know whether this was supposed to be like a reanimation or something else, because that's a Sharingan, and that is like, and that's Haruhi from Orin, looking irritated. That's a elf thing with a funny hat. I don't know what that was. And this is depressed Nardo. Aw, baby. This was a random anime girl. And that's Olaf, which, it looks okay. I've done better pictures of them though. Oh my god. Okay. This was the result of experimenting with acrylic paints. And I might come back to acrylics at some point, but they are so hard to control. And, yeah, this picture of Urza did not come out well, as you can tell. Actually, it's not as bad as I remember, but I still have the acrylics. I'm just not confident that I can use them very well. Yeah. Anyway, some other stuff I did with the acrylics. As you can tell, I struggled using them. Yes. So, yeah. Interesting. And, this is supposed to be the bee rabbit from Pandora Hearts, and I was experimenting with pastels and chalk and stuff, and this is the result of one of my experiments with them. Yeah, it's not bad. When you see the actual full picture online, it actually looks a lot better than this. Probably because I edited it a bit. And that's Naruto as the bee rabbit. Which kind of looks good, but one of the eyes is a bit off, but we'll forgive that. I think. But why was I drawing upside down? I was drawing upside down for this one. Yes, this is Naruto using Ninetales' cloak as an adult and looking very annoyed. And there's Jiraiya realizing there's Naruto and worrying about him. Jiraiya's face is a bit fat here, but maybe it's because I was trying to... Oh, hang on. Maybe I'm thinking it's more fat than it is. Face isn't quite right, the shape, but maybe I was just trying to fit it onto this part of the sketch pad. It's not too bad. I think Naruto definitely looks the best out of them, though. This is Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland. It looks okay. It's not one of my best pictures, I'll admit. Yeah, this is Naruto in his last outfit, which doesn't look very good in my opinion. The eyes are a bit weird. And there's, I'm not going to draw Nardo there, but yeah. And there's Lucy from Fairy Tail, and the pose is a bit weird, but the rest of it's alright, I think. The shape of the outfit's a bit weird as well, but apart from that, it's okay. Oh god, that's terrifying. That's supposed to be Charmander. Might have been trying to draw the rest of the body at some point, but who knows. Moving on. Blank page. And there's Natsu. I think. It's okay, it's just a bit weirdly drawn. Ah yes. So there's Gargiel, which actually looks quite good. Yeah. I think that was the first time I tried drawing him as well. And this is Bixlow from Fairy Tail. And he looks really good. This was the first time I'd drawn Bixlow as well. And there's Ayazawa from Boku no Hero. He looks quite good. That was before he got his scar, by the way. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the picture of Gamora I did, I remember that now. Yeah, it looks quite good, this. Considering I can barely draw realism. A lot of people actually like this, which really surprised me. It's actually quite good. And there's Tamaki from Oren. Yeah, I think he looks quite good. This is Killer Bee in his Boruto design, which looks quite good. I think I did a good job there. I wish we could see more of Killer Bee and Boruto. And there's Uraraka from Boku no Hero. She looks cute, though the hand is a bit weird. And there's my boy Nardo. This looks really cool here. Maybe the eyes are a bit off there, but other than that, it's not a bad picture. I think I was trying to draw the poster for the musical Godspell, and it kind of looks a bit weird, I know. Ah yes, this cartoon probably isn't as well known as it should be, but this is Banana Man. He basically eats a banana and he gains powers, turns into Banana Man. Sounds bizarre, I know, but, you know, it is bizarre. I think this looks really good. So, this is, if any of you guys remember Super Ted, this is Super Ted, and Spotty Man. Yes. It's okay, I guess. It's not my best picture, but it's not bad. And a blank page. So basically, this picture's showing how Nawaki, Naruto, and Dan, three people very important to Tsunade, all shared the same goal of becoming the Hokage, and all owned her cursed necklace at some point. Personally, I think this picture is really good. Yeah. I love this piece. And here are the Sand siblings, Kankuro, Gaara, and Tamari. Personally, this isn't the best picture I've drawn. The anatomy with Tamari's arms is a bit weird, and Gora's face doesn't look quite right. But yeah, it's not the worst picture I've ever drawn either. Yeah, blank page, and another blank page. And this is May from the anime Another, which is like a horror anime. It's actually really, really good, but sad as well. And there's a twist in it, but I'm not going to tell you what the twist is. Like, if you want to watch it, you'll find it out. This was one of the anime actually where I didn't spoil it for myself. Because when I'm getting into anime, I get so tempted to like look up stuff about the series and stuff. It's just, I cannot resist the temptation. But I managed to resist it for Another, and it was worth it. But yeah, it's a decent picture. It's not the best picture I've ever drawn, but yeah. This is Korra from The Legend of Korra, and the face shape just looks weird here. But it's okay, I suppose. And this is a picture of all of the legendary Sannin with their respective students, with all of them as kids. I think this was based off one of the anime endings, where you've got the Sannin with their students, with them all as kids. But yeah. Move on to the next page. It's a blank page. Oh yeah, I think I was trying to draw Zabuza there, but that didn't go so well. Yeah. And this is a crossover piece of Naruto and Deku from Boku no Hero. And it's okay. Deku looks a bit weird in this picture, but it's okay. Naruto actually suits Deku's uniform pretty well, actually. I think I was trying to do Moduka from Magica Moduka there, but that didn't happen. This page is just very random. I think I was trying to draw Urza there, but that didn't happen. So yeah, don't know where that came into my head. I don't know. It's interesting. I think that was supposed to be a flabber girl, but eh. And that's the Apple logo. And this is Roberta from Black Lagoon. I wouldn't say Black Lagoon is one of my favourite anime, but Roberta is so cool. Like, I don't want to spoil anything. And there's Naruto in the last outfit. Not the best picture I've ever done of him, but it's not bad. And there's a flower, and there's an eye, and a heart thing. Yeah. And this is Homura from Madoka Magica. Drawn her using her power, which is to like go between timelines and stuff. And this is Yusuke from Persona 5 as Fox. As you can see by that mask he's wearing in his costume. I think he looks really good. Maybe the proportions are a little bit off, but not too much. This is Lokua from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, which is quite a funny anime. And I think she looks really good here. How she's turned out. And I think that's it. I think the rest are just blank pages, really. Yeah. So, I have one more piece of artwork to look at. This is Ito from Tokyo Ghoul. I think think she looks alright here. Looks pretty cool. And this is Urza with pigtails. She looks pretty cute. Maybe the eyes aren't quite even, but that's alright. I think she looks alright there. And that's it. If I find any other pieces of artwork or sketchbooks or anything, I'll continue the series. But for now, I'll see you later.